Okay, so we've all absolutely been there, right? You sit down on the couch for just one quick episode, and suddenly you look at the clock and, wait, it's 3 a.m.? Well, in today's Explainer, we're diving straight into binge watching and the brain, why Netflix was designed to never let you stop. If you've ever felt like your own TV is basically holding you hostage on a Tuesday night, we're going to decode the exact biological mechanics behind why hitting that power button feels literally impossible. And a lot of this really comes down to what experts are calling the architecture of addiction. We all tell ourselves that classic universal lie, you know the one, just one more episode. But listen, that moment of weakness, it's not a personal failing on your part. It is actually a highly intentional, meticulously crafted design feature of these streaming platforms.
So why is it so incredibly hard to just hit pause? Well, to really get a handle on this, we need to look at what's actually happening inside your brain when you're staring at the screen. We're not just talking about, a gripping script or great acting here. We're talking about a massive, complex cascade of neurochemical reactions firing off in your head while you're just sitting perfectly still.
Which brings us right into the one more episode trap. It's basically the quintessential modern condition, isn't it? You meant to go to bed at 10:30. You literally have a full day of work tomorrow, but the screen had other plans. And this trap, it is remarkably effective, mostly because it uses your very own biology as the bait.
Think about what a monumental shift this is in how we watch things. Traditional weekly TV operated on delayed gratification. You'd watch an hour, the show ends on a huge cliffhanger, and your brain's reward system got a full week-long resting period to just chill in a hammock and process it all. But modern streaming, it's built entirely on instant gratification. Your reward circuitry isn't taking a leisurely stroll once a week anymore. It's being forced to run an absolute marathon, and there are zero water breaks.
So, when we say your brain on binge watching, it's not just some catchy metaphor. We can literally map the technology you're using every single day directly to your biological responses. Pretty much every feature on a streaming app corresponds to a specific, measurable chemical reaction happening right inside your body. Okay, let's actually walk through this biological loop. Step 1, the cliffhanger. A character is in mortal danger, and that triggers your brain to release stress hormones like cortisol. You're feeling actual physiological anxiety. Then step 2, autoplay instantly provides the cure. Before you can even really process that stress, boom, the next episode starts automatically, rescuing you. And finally, step 3, because the platform just saved you, your brain releases this massive wave of dopamine, quite literally rewarding you for continuing to sit there. And we really need to rethink how we understand dopamine here. It acts way less like a satisfied customer who just had a good meal, and more like a slot machine player endlessly chasing that next jackpot. It's not just a feel-good chemical, it's a seeking chemical. It's this deep evolutionary mechanism driving compulsive behavior to go find the next reward. It used to keep our ancestors hunting for food, but now it just keeps us hunting for the resolution of a fictional plotline. Which brings us right to the core of this whole explainer, the architecture of addiction. Because, let's be absolutely clear, these platforms didn't just accidentally stumble upon this biological loop. Not at all. They observed it, they measured it, and then they built their entire user interface right on top of it. This architecture of addiction is a highly intentional design philosophy. It's engineered explicitly to exploit your biological mechanics and totally eliminate your natural stopping cues. This isn't a glitch in the system. It's a highly calculated digital environment built to essentially weaponize your own brain chemistry against you, all to maximize your watch time. The way they execute this relies on removing basically all friction. Autoplay starts the next episode, so you never actually have to make the active choice to keep going. And those 5-second countdowns, they're creating this artificial sense of urgency, triggering a mild panic that you're going to lose the momentum. By totally eliminating natural stopping cues, like the old commercial breaks, they make it biologically easier to just keep watching than to exert the sheer willpower required to reach over and grab the remote. Because at the end of the day, these systems are designed to never, ever let go. When you combine the intense stress of cliffhangers, massive dopamine spikes, and this completely frictionless design, you end up creating this psychological gravity well that is just incredibly difficult to escape from. Just look at the reality of how a binge watch actually plays out. At hour 0, you press play with total intent and agency. But by hour 1, you hit that first cliffhanger, you get the dopamine spike, and the hook is firmly set. By hour 3, you've completely lost all environmental stopping cues, and you're running on pure biological autopilot.
And then, by hour 7, you've hit the exhaustion loop. Honestly, you probably aren't even enjoying the show anymore. Your brain is just too chemically depleted to execute the basic decision to turn the TV off. Understanding this really requires a fundamental shift in perspective. You aren't just watching a screen, the screen is actively pushing your biological buttons. The platform is navigating your neurology just as much as you're navigating its menus. It is an active, two-way relationship where the software is constantly reading and reacting to your most basic human instincts. So, the next time you sit down on the couch for just one episode, I want you to really ask yourself, who is actually in control of the remote? Are you choosing to watch, or is your dopamine choosing for you? Keep that biological reality in mind the next time you power on your TV. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer. And hey, I really hope this helps you take a little bit of that control back.